Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Hello my dear students, welcome back to first year accountancy online classes. Let's move to the next main chapter in our accounting syllabus, that is recording of transaction. That recording of transactions are classified into two categories, means two part, that is part 1 and part 2. Here we are discussing what recording of transaction part 1. So in the meaning of accounting itself, we studied that accounting is the recording of transaction. It is the main purpose of accounting is to record the transaction in the books of account. Along with that, some other accounting process are involved in that. What are the other accounting process? It may be analyzing the transaction, summarizing the transaction, or before that measuring the transaction. And the main reason for these process are to give the final output or to know the financial position of the organization. We need to, means as an organization, as an accountant, need to record the business transaction in the books of account, need to analyze the transaction, need to summarize the transaction, and after completing all this process, they can communicate the final output, means they can communicate the details with the interested users of accounting information. That is what the basis of or basic of accounting that we should know. Okay, and here in this chapter we can study the practical application of the rules and regulations of what we studied in first and second chapter. In first chapter we studied some basic of terms, what exactly liability, what is capital, what assets means what, like that we studied in the first chapter. And in the next chapter we studied what, in the second chapter we studied the basic accounting concepts, that is through the generally accepted accounting principles, that is what GAAP. Some of the concepts are developed and all those concepts are accepted by the accounting professionals, and I told that those concepts are very important, and the knowledge of those concepts are very important to pass the journal entries or to understand the concept of journal entries, how to pass the journal entries, what is journal book, what is ledger book and all. And we have some knowledge about debit and credit also. But in this class, means in this chapter, we are going to study about brief about this, how to record the transaction, what are the rules are required to pass the journal entries, what is journal, like that. So here a recording of transaction part 1. See, to record the transaction in the books of accounts, we need proper source documents, means before that we need to identify the monetary transaction. We need to identify the monetary transaction. After that we should measure that transaction. Then on what base we can measure the transaction, on what source, by having what source we can record the transaction. I told that documentary evidences, that is vouchers. Based on the documentary evidences, based on the documentary vouchers, means the documentary evidence means what? Vouchers. Voucher means what? Invoices, bills and all. Based on that, by taking those bills or invoices, we can record the transaction in the books of accounts. So when we are recording the transaction in the books of accounts, we should record the transaction in the chronological order. That is what? Day by day. On 1st January, next 2nd January, next 3rd January, like that. We should record the transaction in the chronological order based on the source document, based on the documentary evidence. Okay, documentary support. Then only we can record the transaction in the books of accounts. So at the time of auditing the accounts, we need, means auditors need a proper source document. Based on that they can tally some accounts and all. So how we can, on what base we can record the transaction in the books of accounts? By having the proper source document only we can record the transaction in the books of accounts. And now we are able to say that according to the dual aspect principle, each and every transaction affects two different accounts. Affects two means involves twofold effect. One is take aspect, another one is give aspect. Take one example to understand this concepts very in a clear way. Say for example, now all of us in the concept of online education. Correct, right? So for the online education purpose, all of us need smartphone or computer. So for that reason, you want to buy a computer and you're requested with your parents to please to give the computer or to purchase the computer. So and the parents agree to purchase a computer, and along with your parent you you go to the dealer and purchase a computer. Okay, so at that time purchasing a computer, so purchase means dealer gives a cash memo for the purchase along with, gives computer and cash memo along with the computer he give cash memo. So here we should know that dealer is give the cash memo along with the computer, and in exchange for the exchange of computer, your father or your parent makes such payment of cash. That is maybe for you purchase a computer for rupees 40,000. So here you should find that purchase of computer. What is it? Purchase of computer for rupees 40,000. 40,000. It is an transaction. It is an what? It is a business transaction. And this business transaction, it is a simple transaction, but this transaction involves two different accounts. Means this transaction affects two different accounts. One account is take aspect, one fold effect is take aspect, another effect is give aspect. So here purchase of computer for rupees 40,000, it is a transaction which involves two effect, means it involves reciprocal receipt, means reciprocal exchange of two things, that is what payment of cash and receipt of computer. Means what are the two exchange, reciprocal exchange here? One is payment of cash, payment of cash by you, and the next one is delivery of computer. Delivery of computer by whom? By the shopkeeper or the dealer. So here one particular transaction involves two aspects and recorded in two different accounts. One is payment of cash and delivery of computer. Here we can say that for you payment of cash is the give aspect. Payment of cash is a give aspect. And one more, that is what delivery of computer is a take aspect. Take aspect. One is give aspect, another one is take aspect. Say to purchase a computer you have to pay cash. So at that time you can purchase computer, you may receive computer. So what is going out from you? Cash is goes out from you. So cash is a give aspect, here computer is a take aspect. So for the business concern, means for the shopkeeper, cash is the receive aspect and delivery of computer is a goes aspect, means give aspect. So here for us means, for example you are the customer, then it is a give aspect and it is a take aspect. So here, so business transaction involves, means are affected two different transaction. Means business transaction means what? It is the exchange, or these are the exchanges of economic consideration between persons or between parties. That is what business transaction, and these business transactions are recorded in two different accounts. One is it may be, so both debit aspect and credit aspect we should record in the books of accounts, and we should record in two different places. So how we can record this transaction? Based on the cash memo, based on the cash memo or invoice or bills, whatever it may be. So business transaction usually evidenced by the source document, that is documentary evidences such as bills, vouchers, invoices, salary slips, checks. These all are considered as documentary evidences or vouchers only. So this is the source document based on which we can record the transaction in the books of accounts. So what is necessary for the to record the transaction? Source document or the voucher are the very important thing to record the transaction in the books of accounts. And we should know that each and every transaction affects minimum at least two different accounts, and each and every transaction are recorded at least in two different accounts. So a document which provides support or which provides evidence to record the transaction in the books of account is called vouchers or documentary evidences. So all vouchers are arranged in a chronological order and in a serial number, means numbered in a serial and serially numbered and kept in a separate file in the each and every organization for the maybe for checking purpose or to tally or to make tally purpose. Sometimes accountant requires some bills or vouchers or invoices and all. So all reliability means all recording is based on the recording in the books of account is based on the source document or the voucher. So here you can raise one question: how we can prepare the vouchers, how we can prepare the invoices and all. So the next topic is preparation of accounting vouchers. The next topic is what? Preparation. Actually, for the preparation of the accounting voucher, there is no set of format. Any organization can follow any type of any format for the preparation of accounting vouchers, but accounting voucher may be classified into different types like simple voucher, debit voucher, credit voucher, journal voucher and all. So let's see one by one what is debit voucher, what is credit voucher, like that. So first one is what? Simple voucher. How we can prepare the simple voucher? For what kind of transactions we can prepare a simple voucher? Actually, a transaction which involves only debit and only credit. Only one debit and only one credit. That is called a simple transaction. Here say for example purchase of computer, it includes only one debit and only one credit. Only one debit. 40,000 ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, 40,000 ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಥರ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಯಾವ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್, such transaction is called as simple transaction. So the voucher is prepared for such a transaction, means bill prepared for such a transaction. ಈ ತರದ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಗಳಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ತರ ಬಿಲ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ? ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ವೋಚರ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ವೋಚರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಸಿ ದ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಮೆನ್ ಆಫ್ simple transaction voucher. The simple transaction voucher is like this. Simple transaction voucher. So the main here transaction voucher. and next we should mention name of firm, name of firm, and the next one is here voucher number, date, next debit amount, credit account, debit account, credit account, and next one is narration, so transaction voucher, name of firm, voucher number, date, debit account, credit account, narration, and the next step is we should mention authorized by. This bill is authorized by and the bill is prepared by. Name along with signature. Authorized by and prepared by. This is a specimen of transaction voucher, simple voucher. This voucher is prepared by the organization where the simple transaction occurred, like this transaction includes only one debit and only one credit. That is what the transaction voucher. The first one is simple transaction voucher. This is also called as what? Simple transaction specimen. That means the specimen shows the simple transaction voucher. And the next, this is about the first classification, what? Transaction voucher, or we can say that cash voucher. And the next type is debit voucher and credit voucher. How we can prepare such debit voucher and credit voucher? Let's see. Say for example, any transaction or the voucher records the transactions that multiple debits and multiple credits and one debit and one credit. Means one debit and one credit is called as compound voucher. It is called as what? Compound voucher. This compound voucher includes what? What type of transaction? That one particular transaction includes multiple debits or multiple credits and one debit and one credit. For such transaction, voucher is prepared by the organization. That voucher is called as compound voucher, and that compound voucher may include, this compound voucher may include two types of voucher. One is debit voucher and another one is credit voucher. So compound voucher includes two types of voucher, means it may include debit voucher or credit voucher. Okay, so let's see the specimen of debit voucher and credit voucher one by one. So compound voucher means what? Any transaction includes multiple debits or multiple credits and one debit or one credit. So the voucher or the bill prepared for such transaction is called as compound voucher, and compound voucher again classified into two types. It means compound voucher may be debit voucher or credit voucher. So let's see the specimen of debit voucher. Debit voucher and credit voucher are same, only small changes is there in that debit voucher specimen and credit voucher specimen. So the first one is what? Debit voucher. And next we should write name of firm, and on the right side we should mention date. And here starts from voucher number. Next, see credit account. In debit voucher, we should mention here credit account. And next is amount. And next, like this. serial number, code, account name, amount, narration, that is what, explanation. Afterwards, here we should mention debit account. Debit account, here serial number, code, account name, amount, narration, in bracket we should mention that is explanation, and 3 lines. We can put more lines also. We can draw more lines here, but like this. Next, authorized by, and here prepared by. Who has prepared the bill? His sign along with the name. That is what? Debit voucher. It comes under compound voucher. Compound voucher means what? Compound voucher means any transaction involves multiple debits or multiple credits and even one debit and one credit is known as compound transaction, means so voucher is prepared for such transaction, for such complex transaction is called as compound voucher. That compound voucher may include debit voucher and credit voucher. So this is a specimen of debit voucher. And the next one is what? Specimen of credit voucher. I told that only small differences is there here. Here I will rub this debit voucher instead of write credit voucher. And next one is name of firm. Name of firm, date, voucher number as it is. Here debit account. Debit account, and here credit account. Credit account. You should write once again. Credit account, serial number, code, account name, amount, narration, that is explanation, and the next one is authorized by and prepared by. So this is a specimen of credit voucher. This credit voucher is also comes under compound voucher. Okay, and the next type of voucher is called as a transaction, means journal voucher. We can say that journal voucher. That journal voucher, when we can prepare this journal voucher, when erase this. See, when a transaction with the multiple debits and multiple credits, multiple debits and multiple credits are called as complex voucher. At that time, we should prepare the voucher, that is what prepared by the organization. Such transaction, the voucher is prepared by the organization for such transaction is called as journal voucher. It is known as what? Journal voucher, or we can say that complex voucher. Here the thing is some is a big voucher, see like this. Specimen of journal voucher. Specimen of journal voucher, like here. Journal voucher, name of firm, and we should mention date and voucher number. Voucher number here. And next it is subdivided into debit voucher and credit voucher. What was the format we followed in debit voucher and credit voucher? Already we saw the specimen of debit voucher and credit voucher. Here again we should write the same, this format like this. It is a debit voucher and it is a Credit voucher. We should leave some space for to write the authorized by and prepared by. The first one is debit account and next one is credit account. Next one is credit account. Serial number, code, account name, amount. Serial number, code, account name, amount, narration, that is explanation. And again here we should write serial number, code, account name, amount, narration, that is explanation. Explanation. So this is a format of specimen of journal voucher. This voucher will be prepared by the organization when a transaction involves multiple debits and multiple credits, and even this is called as complex voucher or journal voucher. So the design of accounting voucher may be different from one business to another business organization, because there is no set of format for preparation of these types of voucher, maybe the journal voucher or compound voucher or the any other debit voucher or credit voucher. There is no set of format. So according to that, the preparation of voucher depends on the nature of business and the size of the organization. But to differentiate these types of vouchers, the firm may use different colors of paper or different font size to print the vouchers at the time of printing. So are used by the organization. But this preparation of the voucher must involve some positive points, like it involves some these accounting voucher must contain some features like essential elements, means it is written on the means the voucher should be include some important lines like this, some important columns, and each and every voucher should mention the company name. Company name means name of the company should be written on the top, and name of the firm must be mentioned, must be printed in the voucher, and it is written in the good quality paper, means quality paper we should use in the organization. Good quality paper should be used by the organization to prepare these vouchers or bills and all, and the date of transaction should be mentioned in that bill, and the type of debit, the amount to be debited and the amount to be credited should be clearly mentioned in the bill. The amount should be the name of the account, the name of the account to be debited. Say for example, sales account is debited, purchase account is credited, like that. The name of the account, here account name is purchase or sale or receipt or payment, like that. So the name of the account should be debited or credited, should be clearly mentioned in that bill. That is what very important. And the person who prepared the bill, the person who prepared the bill, he should sign on the bill and he should mention his name. Means he should mention his name and along with his sign. That is what also very important. So some of the basic elements should be followed by the organization. Means the voucher, when we are preparing the voucher, that should contain some basic elements, important elements, that every organization when they are preparing the bill, they should follow such important elements. So take down the assignment question for this class. Give the meaning of voucher. Thank you for watching this video.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.